there has got to be more to life than struggling to fall asleep, having agitated, disrupted sleep, waking up exhausted in the morning, frustrated, cringing at the day ahead, dragging your way through your day, exhausted, anxious, unwilling, really not enthusiastic to do what you have to do on your to-do list, frustrated at yourself, disappointed in yourself, averse to interacting with the people around you, basically dodging landmines of people having explosive emotional reactions around you, hate, fear, gossip, anxiety, negativity, compulsivity, eating food that makes you feel just awful, and then coming home exhausted, uninspired, unmotivated, disconnected from anyone, doom scrolling for a few hours, emotional binge eating, and then going to sleep eventually when you're exhausted and the phone falls from your hand. I lived that for a few years. I saw it consume me. I saw it build, I saw it get strong, and I saw it take over my life. And to be honest, you're probably suffering from one or all of the things that I just described. And that does not make you unique in any way. So many people, I want to say over 90% of people live a version of that. They may be more successful financially, or they may be more disciplined and structured physically, but that doesn't mean that they're not living a version of that. And I'm only saying that to make you understand that it's not because something is inherently wrong with you. What I described, what you're probably experiencing in your life, is actually the, let's call it, human condition, right? That doesn't mean that, oh, every human being is destined to feel this way and then die and, oh, well, sucks to be alive. It's not that. It is the result of living as merely and only a limited, individual, separate, struggling human being. And the solution is not what you think. Because if you're like me and like everybody else that I've spoken to and coached, you think that the solution is you have to try harder, or the government needs to change, or your boss needs to change, or all these people that you work with need to stop being around you. That's not it. It's not going to change when the economy changes. It's not going to change when your family stops being toxic. It's not going to change when the food quality sold into the masses improves. I know you think it will, but it won't. It actually won't. Because that's sort of putting the cart before the horse. The outside world that we experience collectively as humans, and more specifically, the outside world that you experience as an individual human being, begins on the inside. I'm not specifically talking about manifestation or creation here, although this is all tied in. It's all tied in. What I'm talking about is your experience of life. And your experience of life is not physical. It is not material. Your experience of life occurs in here. It is not even necessarily mental, but we can say mental for now. But what it really is it is a level of consciousness. You are aware and experiencing certain things because trauma got you stuck there. You are frozen in time and space because what you went through immobilized not your body, but your being, your consciousness. You are a flower blossoming that got stuck over here and it didn't fully blossom. What you are is a spirit being. Some people don't like the word spirit, and we don't have to fight over that. You are, before you are a body or material or human or physical, you are what you think and perceive. We all kind of agree on that. But if your mind and your thoughts and your intellect are trainable and changeable, and then they are not you. You are what is aware of that. You are the awareness of that. And regardless of what you think about spirit, God, or conscious, or religion, or whatever you think about those things, you cannot argue with the fact that what you are is awareness. The awareness of the thinking and the doing and the physical. So where you exist is in awareness. How you exist is in awareness. Another way of describing awareness, you could say consciousness. But if that is too vague, let's stick with awareness. I am aware that I exist. The suffering is not in the physical world, even if it is physical pain. The suffering is the awareness, where the awareness is looking at, where it is stuck, what it is unable to stop seeing. It's like those, I don't know, like those weird sort of torture movies or something where they like prise your eyes open and they make you look at something in front of you. Your trauma, your childhood, your past, your emotions, the things that you inherited, the things that you went through, the worst experiences that you ever had in your life have prized your eyes open and strapped your head pointing in that direction and are making you perceive it, see it, be conscious of it, cognize it. So the problem is in what you cognize. Am I saying that there's nothing wrong in the world, that the world is beautiful, the economy is great, and the food that we eat is fantastic? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that what you are stuck looking at, what you are unable to change, what you're unwilling to change, what you no longer believe you can change, what you do because you feel you have to do, and what you don't do because you feel you could never achieve it. Those things are because of where your cognition is, what your awareness is looking at, what your consciousness is looking at. This journey, you are a being of consciousness. This life is a life of consciousness. And the success will occur at the level of consciousness. The change that you want, the healing that you're looking for, the transformation you're looking for is at the level of consciousness. Consciousness is the causal level of being, of your body, of your nature. What you look at, what you experience, how you respond, what you choose, what you do, what you allow is caused by the level of consciousness that you're dwelling at. What is my point? I am not here to say, oh, we are all having a horrible life. And I'm not here to say that everything you're trying to do is not working because you're working on the symptom, not the cause. I am here to say that there is hope. The fact that you were led to this video, the fact that you even continue to watch this video so far in, is because that level of consciousness, the fully blossomed you, the you that you used to be, the you that you came here to be, the you that you will become, that you is beginning to stretch out, wake up and stretch and say, okay, I'm here. What is going on? Let's clean this mess up. Let's live more fully. That's why you have a hunger. That's why instead of doom scrolling, your doom scrolling shifted from the world is coming to an end to what am I? Who am I? What is going on? What is there beyond this? What is God? What is spirit? What is life? Because the pain that was squeezing like a boa constrictor, just squeezing your entire life and saying, oh my God, life is horrible. That level of consciousness, still there, still painful. You're shifting from living there 100% to living in a slightly higher, in living a little bit in a higher consciousness. The higher consciousness that says, wait a minute, I am well. I'm aware of the fact that I am well. I know what I am. I know how my eternal nature. I know the things that are lies, the things that I have been made to believe about myself that are not true. That level of consciousness is pulling you back there, pulling you back to that home and saying, be here, be here, experience here. And you're spending like 1% of your time there and then going back into that pain and that suffering and that horrid experience of life 99% of the time. But that 1% of the time is that you spend up there is enough to break the whole thing. If you are living in a world full of darkness and shadows, the sun coming and just for 1 second will do a hell of a lot of good, right? So that consciousness that is awakening is calling you home. And that is a symptom of the fact that everything is about to get, that you're in the process of awakening and remembering and returning home and healing. And everything is about to get much better fairly quickly, actually. And I'm here to give you that hope, to say that the very thing that you think is in a terrible state is not truly you. And the thinking that you're in a terrible state is not truly the consciousness that you're going to dwell at. You are elevating, you're being elevated from that level of consciousness. And that is a healing journey. And I know you're going to say, okay, so what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Because there's this need to do. The level of consciousness that says I am broken is the same level of consciousness that says I will figure out how to fix this. So in order to to sort of satisfy that need to do something, I will tell you what you need to do. You need to allow this to happen. You need to allow the higher consciousness to fix your current cognition, where you currently are and how you currently perceive. And what that means is not resisting. What does that mean? That's a whole journey. There are videos on it. It means trusting. It means removing fear. It means not identifying with your pain bodies. All of that sounds complicated. That's a lot of work. What do I do? Okay. The truth is you can't even do that anyhow. The recognizing of your pain body, the healing of your pain body, the development of the consciousness of trust, all of that happens from the higher consciousness, not from the broken or contracted consciousness anyhow. So again, we come back to the question, well, what do I do? What you do is start with once a day. Actually, you know what? Start with right now. 1 second, 30 seconds. Just close your eyes and stop. Stop. If you don't know how to stop, then follow your breath. You see that breath inhaling? You see that breath exhaling? Exhale completely, 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 and stop. Don't rush. Don't try to escape this moment. Don't try to get into the next breath. Stop. And in this moment, just say, I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. And the truth is, you will feel something. You will feel a presence. You will feel a love. Maybe you see it as a light. Maybe it feels like a hug. Maybe it feels like warmth or like air. Maybe it just simply feels like relief. Whatever it is, you're detecting that higher consciousness. And you're detecting that it is not hostile. And you do not have to fight against it. And you do not have to tell it what to do. You don't have to tell it, fix this and fix that and don't forget this. It knows. It knows. And for that 1 second, you surrendered and you said, you know what? You know, you're able. Go ahead. And that 1 second, 5 second, whatever it was, that's meditation. That's what meditation is. And if you want something to do on this journey, if you want to understand what your role is in this not resisting the help that is ready and eager to help you, then your role is meditation as much and as often as possible. Right now, that's really difficult because you are gripped with your thoughts, you're gripped with anxiety, you're gripped with all these different things that are captivating your awareness. But what you could do is make the pledge to yourself once a day, every single day, I am going to go into meditation using an awareness-based method. And I am going to allow myself to experience stillness I'm going to allow this higher consciousness to be detected. I am going to become friends with this higher consciousness. We're not going to be strangers anymore. I'm going to welcome this higher consciousness. I'm going to allow this higher consciousness. I'm going to teach myself and discipline myself to stop rushing or running from this sensation of this higher consciousness. I'm going to invite the higher consciousness. I'm going to welcome the higher consciousness. That's it. If you do one meditation a day for, let's do something achievable, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, I promise you, you will come back here in this comment thread and you will write that something has shifted. Something has begun. Something has begun. A big thing has cracked. Relief has come and the momentum is picking up. It's as simple as that. I know that this is going to happen because I've watched it happen dozens, hundreds of times with the people I've worked with. It will happen. And it is the only thing you have to do. If you're looking for a good meditation to do, I recommend anything from my guided meditation playlist. If you look here on YouTube, they're under my view channel playlist, under playlist, guided meditation. Or if you go in the description section of this video, you will see that there is my website. On the website, there's some meditation tracks that you can access or download. And those are very specifically meditations. They're different from a lot of what you'll find out there. They are meditations that use very simple, very easy to do, very straightforward techniques where you reclaim your awareness from where it is being held captive and you allow yourself to float in the experience of being. There are breath-based awareness release meditations. Sounds fancy, it's not. It's the simplest stuff you've ever seen in life. But it gets to the core of what needs to be done. It shifts you away from the illusion of being the doer and the fixer of your own self. And it gets you to melt immediately into the higher consciousness that is the help that is fixing all of this. It is meditations of allowing, saying yes and allowing. Specifically, if you want, a really good place to start would be the surrender prayer or surrender meditations. Those are also on the website or the playlist. It sounds too simple. But it is the absolute truth. And if you are here at this point in this video, you know it's the truth because you can feel it. You felt the chills. You felt the peace. You felt something. You felt the chatter of the mind become a little quiet and a little distance for a few minutes while you were listening to me. That's how you know it's the truth. So say yes to this by allowing stillness as often as you can. That's it. Just ask, allow, trust, accept the help from the higher consciousness. That is you. That is reminding you and pulling you back home. Okay? It's a beautiful journey. Do not lose hope. Do not be frustrated. The fact that you are aware of what is happening, the fact that you desire more or better, and the fact that you have a hunger for solutions, and the fact that you listen to a solution based to this video, which is a solution based on surrendering, all of that, those are symptoms that you are ready and that the shift is happening. Be excited, be grateful. And if all you do is say a 5-second prayer of gratitude, say thank you. Thank you for your help. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.